Francisco Luis Correa, the mastermind behind the murder of Prosecutor Pecci, was murdered in La Picota prison in Colombia. Who was Francisco Luis Correa, the witness murdered in La Picota? The Minister of Justice, Ángela María Buitrago, assured that they will be attentive to the development of a rigorous investigation into the homicide. The Attorney General's office reported that a prosecutor from the Life Unit has already been appointed to investigate the crime of the man, sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. This morning the news of the murder of Francisco Luis Correa Galeano was known as the brain of the murder of the Paraguayan prosecutor Marcelo Pecci, which occurred in May 2022 on a beach in Barú, and a key witness in the case. Details of the murder. Location: Cell 25 of Pavilion 32 of the La Picota prison in Bogotá. Time: around midnight. Cause of death: stabbed to death during a fight with another inmate, Samuel Zuleta Márquez. Investigation: the Technical Investigation Corps, CTI, of the prosecutor's office is leading the investigation. Who was Francisco Luis Correa? Role in the Pecci murder. Considered the mastermind behind the assassination of Prosecutor Pecci. Financed the crime and gave orders to the hitmen. Organized meetings in Medellin to plan the murder. Transported the weapon used to kill Prosecutor Pecci. Legal proceedings. Arrested on June 3, 2022. Initially detained in the prosecutor's office bunker in Bogotá. Sentenced to 6.5 years in prison on May 20, 2024, after a plea deal. Convicted of aggravated manufacturing, trafficking or carrying of firearms, and threats against a public servant. The murder of Marcelo Pecci. Date: May 10, 2022. Location: a beach in Barú, Cartagena, Colombia. Circumstances: assassinated while on his honeymoon with his wife, Claudia Aguilera, who was pregnant at the time. Prosecutor Pecci specialized in investigating organized crime, including drug trafficking, money laundering, and terrorist financing. Notable cases included the attack during a music festival in San Bernardino, Paraguay, and the investigation into Brazilian soccer player Ronaldinho. Reactions to the crime. Attorney General's office appointed a prosecutor to investigate Correa's murder and is collecting evidence. Minister of Justice, Ángela María Buitrago, emphasized the need for a rigorous investigation into the homicide. Lawyer Francisco Bernate expressed regret and concern about the lack of protection for Correa despite warnings about potential threats. Other convictions in the Pecci case. Margareth Chacon, sentenced to 39 years in prison for homicide and firearms-related charges. Wendrit Carrillo, shooter, Christian Camilo Monsalve, marker, Iverson Adrian Zabalita Arrieta, transporter of the murderers, and Gabriel Carlos Luis Salinas Mendoza, driver of the jet ski, have also been sentenced.